Ah yes, Somerset, the land of cider, sheep and apparently councillors who believe that if you want a council to prioritise local people who have been on the waiting list for years over new migrants to the country, you're committing a hate crime. Imagine this, you put forward a modest little motion to your local council, nothing inflammatory, nothing that would upset your nan, just a calm, reasonable suggestion that people who have been living in the country for years, people who have worked in the country for years, who have been paying in the system for years, often decades, maybe, just maybe, ought to get priority on the housing list. Or even a tiny sniff at the council housing queue before someone that got off a boat from a war zone last Thursday. Sounds logical, doesn't it? Sounds like common sense. Sounds like something that quietly, behind closed doors, most people, most reasonable people, even migrants from other countries that have settled here and work hard and have assimilated into society, they would possibly agree with. Not that they'll say it out loud, because they quite like having a job. We're not in Somerset. Oh, no, 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 no. In Somerset, that kind of thinking is verboten. You see, Somerset County Council, gloriously dominated by 61 Liberal Democrats, bless them, didn't just reject the motion, they condemned it, they vilified it, and my personal favourite, they branded it racist. Because obviously, if you're not actively giving your last tin of beans and your spare room to every asylum seeker with a backstory and a new smartphone, you're basically Hitler with a compost bin. Now in January the government gifted Somerset County Council 3.5 million to buy 31 houses for Afghan and Ukrainian refugees. That's about £112,000 a home, which by Somerset standards clearly means someone's buying garden sheds off of Rightmove and calling it regeneration. Meanwhile, and this is the bit where I shout quietly into a pillow, 12,000 local citizens are still on the housing register long term. That's 12,000. Not all racists. Shock horror, some even vote Liberal Democrat, I guess. Well, they did. Some have been waiting years, decades, through failed housing targets, exploding rents, enough broken promises to wallpaper checkers. But sorry lads and lasses, no homes for you. There's a global compassion contest going on and we want to make the final. Enter Councillor Marcus Barr, who recently defected from the Conservatives to Reform, which basically means he stopped pretending the Emperor's wearing trousers. He said in 2 years' time the majority of people in this room will be unelected because you're not listening to the people of Somerset. Oh, what a monster! Imagine listening to the people. The ones who pay the council tax. The ones who were born in the area, grew up here, and are now being told they're second-class citizens in their own towns. No, 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 we can't have that. The council must instead listen to Twitter, the Guardian newspaper, Channel 4, and whoever runs the HR department at the BBC. And there, in the official council photograph, we have Bill Revens, leader of the Liberal Democrat mega majority, standing proudly like a man that just outsourced his spine to an NGO. Don't worry about the 12,000 locals. They're not trendy enough. They don't count. It's not about managing the country anymore. It's not about feeding people's needs. It's about looking compassionate and kind on social media. It doesn't matter if your actual constituents drown in debt, get priced out of their towns, and stand behind the entire planet for social services. That doesn't matter. Vote Lib Dem. So there you have it. Wanting a house for locals first is now racism. I'd like to know what isn't racism. Wanting fairness in the housing queues, fascists. Far right fascists. Suggesting mass immigration might be stretching our services, hate speech. What next? Refusing to share your kitchen with strangers from Eritrea, a microaggression? In the New Britain, both under the Tories, under Labour, under the Lib Dems, all these cultural Marxists, your reward for decades of loyalty, paying into the system, hard work and quiet suffering is this. Stand at the back, keep your mouth shut and clap for diversity. But don't worry, when the next elections come round, maybe someone will actually listen to the people of Somerset before they're replaced entirely. Let me know your thoughts. Please subscribe to the channel and speak to you soon. Thanks for watching.